Okay. Show me break. Yosemite break. Otagami break.
Come on. Alright, you two drop back a little bit, spread out. Greg, you make the triangle. Shift over in the middle. There we go. Alright, from your angle waza.
Gowaza.
Hey! Dude, yammer. One count, one entire series.
Hey.
Do it that way. Hey!
Hey.
There you go. Good. Hey! Pump! Hey! Whoa! Rope! Hey! Hut! Hey! Good!
Hey.
Come on! This time! Down block, high punch. Second down block, second high punch, back. So you add in an extra down block and an extra high punch on both wings.
Hey.
Hey. Down block, high punch. There you go, good. Down block, high punch. There you go, good. Hey. Hunt. Yeah, man.
The second one. Should my foot be shifting? So I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Or should I be staying? It feels like I should shift in order to get the full block. Let's put it like this, for the intentions of what you're looking for, sir.
What say you two to answer this question?
I would prefer to stay in a front stance,
Okay?
just for simplicity.
Okay. You take drama in school? No? Okay, well here's your drama lesson for today. Project. Just like you do at Ki, because when you talk out of your throat behind that mat, all I hear is this, and I put out here on the side, I need you to project. So say what you said again.
So I agree with Greg, sir. I believe that once we after going through the first two motions, we go into the lower back to the first and it generates this generates this pump.
Well, we got all three versions, so good. Good on you. What general principle, because I don't think that we've talked about this per se. If you're doing a block that goes to the outside, down block, middle outside block, rising block, given the choice between front stance and Shiko, which do you think would be more beneficial? You can do it from any stance. Okay, we'll get past all of that. Yes, you can do it from any stance. Yes, it can be just as powerful, but we're shaving off decimal points at this point. So which do you think would be more ideal if you're doing a block that goes to the outside of your body?
So Kusita. Front stance. So
Front stance, Zenkuchi. Okay? Anybody disagree with that?
Yes.
Okay?
think you can be very solid.
Okay,
with
can
this,
be,
and,
yes.
And your,
no.
your leg is cleared still, and it keeps you. You can use the power of everything because of the hip movement.
And you're not wrong. Okay. Again, yes, absolutely. Everything you just said is absolutely true. We're talking about the decimal points here. Kuniba here. One of his major principles that he added to Shito-ryu, and the Chikibukai do this religiously. We do it, we play with it a little bit. Because again, just what Greg said, because it works from any stance, it doesn't really matter. Again, we're talking about decimal points way down here kind of thing. Anything that goes to the outside, you're going to be in Zenkutsu Dachi. Anything that goes to the inside, you're going to do from Shiko.
So if I'm here, see that my hip is going this way, but my arm is going that way. So yes, we can make that work for all the reasons that Greg was just talking about. But if I drive this way, I've got the arm and the hip going in the same direction, which adds, again, decimal points to the end of it. If I'm here, and I do middle inside block, okay, we'll get into this different type of hip lifting. But if I do Shiko, I add to it because my hip and my arm are going in the same direction. For the Kuniba lineage, Chikibukai, etc., that's an inviolate principle. For us, it's something to file away in the back of your head when it has use. That way. So, given that, if we say for purposes of this drill, down block should end in a front stance, why would I say that the three of you did the three different versions and you all are correct?
Depends, sir.
Depends, but be more specific.
Depends on what your goal is with that block.
No, we know what the goal is. The goal is to end up in a front stance and a down block.
The scenario, sir?
More projection. Less boy, more down here.
The scenario, sir. If you're
No, has nothing to do with the scenario. To go from this high punch through to another down block in a front stance, you did the beginning, you did the middle, and you did the end of it.
Okay, I understand now. We should go through the whole motion and get the full twist with it.
To really over exaggerate. To kind of loop it back to what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, about that torus and that helix.
So you would turn it and get the torque still from going back to it.
Absolutely. You are not going to do that. There's got to be this rotation, this twisting motion to get there. You have to engage the hip. So take what all three of you said, combine it to end up in the same place for this particular drill. Again, just to beat the dead horse point, the front stance, down block is not the end all be all. Shiko, cat stance, crane stance, blah, 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 all work. And they all have power. For purposes of this drill and what we were just talking about, again, we're way down here at the end of these decimal points. All right, again, same drill. Hey. Don't forget to twist on the arm. Hey. Hunt. Drink. Go. Rope. Hey. Hut. Hit. Yeah.
Go!
Yeah, man. 2-minute master water if you need it.
Should I get for being off for a week? I didn't feel motivated to come, so I watched that test and I said, oh, motivated again. It just looked cool.
Where'd you see it? Where'd you find the video?
I guess I was just searching at one time and I saved it in my karate.
Oh, okay.
Then I said, what is this one? And I looked, it was like 17 minutes long.
Okay.
So someone was recording you and Eric and then the other gentleman you mentioned.
Brian.
Yes. Is that Hanshi's son?
Hanchi's son, the longest serving brown belt in history.
Probably because it's his son.
Because he pissed him off.
Oh, I think he was talking about it. 20 years or something.
If I remember, I want to say it was more than 20. I want to say it was close to like 22, 23 years as a brown belt.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
That was more of a, Brian still trained, great martial artist. Okay? Give him, credit where credit's due. He never quit training, he kept doing his thing. But the not being promoted was his dad's way of going, don't F with me.
Right. That's a long don't F with me.
Yeah, Punchy's got a really long memory, so try not to irritate him too bad.
Yes.
And what inevitably happens, as happened with me several times, you'll be laying on the floor looking up and you'll see the Tweety birds, and yes, you do in fact see Tweety birds, and he looks down and goes, you know why? And then you gotta go through the list of everything that you did. Was it this, sir? Yes. Okay, finally, I can check that one.
What if it's no, sir? He
Then it's
does
like,
it again.
dang it. I probably just reminded him of something. Son of a... I was just really curious as to who posted it more than anything else.
I don't really know who did. I'll forward it to you so you can see.
That'd be great.
Just,
Okay, where were we? Okay. Again, excruciatingly important, plus my brain is stuck on this for a while, is twisting. If nothing else, at least keep that torque thought with the punch. I'm seeing one of you. Yeah. It's like he's twisting a doorknob.
just,
Oh, gotta quit. Gotta rotate.
just.
Alright, yada. Okay, first down block. High punch. Stay down. Uchi. High punch. Middle. Ba, 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 ba.
Well,
So you're replacing the second down block high punch with Gedan Uchiuki, high punch.
And
Hey!
is that,
Oh, sorry, Yaman. Yaman.
and from the lesson you just taught us, that get on would
That's
be
going to
this
be
way,
from
but
Shiko,
this-
yes. Hey! Punch. Now you got to go in one more punch. Then punch center. There you go. Hey! Punch. Have we not done this drill before? Have you done it?
I think we have, but it's been a while,
Okay.
not years.
Kick. Go. Rope. Kick. Hut. Two. Good. Come in. If you guys need a break, take a break. It's hot, it's humid, and it sucks down here today. So need a break, take a break. Please.
Yeah. And again, I know it's a product of, I didn't do it last week, but
Well, that's part of it, but the other part, it's so humid that I don't know about you guys, but my mask is filling up with water. So I understand. Take a break. You need to.
like, put some magic potion in this exercise is making you extra wanting to paint.
This is just one of those drills that will kick your butt. Yeah, and this one came from Kuniva.
This one feels more natural.
What's that?
It just feels more natural to me from that.
I can automatically see though that there's probably one where you do something like,
Oh, we're good. We're going to get to another version of this real quick. Dude. You brought up a whole lot of painful PTSD, so this is all Greg's fault. What was the next one?
Shion,
Yeah.
question, my nose out, is that too, that's
If you can keep it up, please keep it up. We'll let that joke
Understood,
go.
understood.
Yeah, we're going to let that joke go by. Ude versus depends on who you ask, and depends on how much of a stickler they're going to be. As I came up through the ranks with Hanshi, he always called these Ude. According to him, it came from Kuniva that way. And it was translated to me as middle inside block. So Chudan Udeuki, middle inside block. Ude in Japanese does not mean inside. It means arm. So technically it is middle arm block or low arm block as we say it. Which, okay, technically it's not wrong. Okay. But then, so is this one. Technically, we could use the same word. So if you get a real stickler for the Japanese language, everybody remember Scott? He gets a little cranky because it's not specific enough for him, which I understand. Rock and roll. That's a good lesson. Uchi actually means inside. So if you want to translate actually middle inside block, it would be Chudan Uchi Uki. Or Geidan Uchi Uki. But even then, it's not Uke is not block, Uki is received. So it would be middle, inside, receiving. So again, depends on how.
Then the arm piece isn't there with that one.
Right. Because technically, sure, it's an arm block. But again, so is everything else is blocking an arm. So it's not really specific.
Maybe Uche Ude Uki?
Yeah, if you want to get really specific about what you were doing, yes, you were blocking inside to the arm versus a leg. Absolutely, you can get that specific with it. Okay. Everybody say thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Anytime. That's what brown belts are for.
And down. Front kick. Down block. High punch. Punch. Front kick. Punch. Series on the other side.
So start with a punch on the arm that you don't have out.
Right. So you're going to start, excuse me. Which one do we start with? Which one is right? Down block, high punch, front kick. Down block, high punch, punch. Front kick, punch. Down block, high punch, front kick. Down block, high punch, punch, front kick, etc., etc., etc.
But each time after the front kick, use the other hand to punch.
Use the other hand to punch. Good. Nice and slow. Hey. All right, yeah, man. Let's do this one count, one move because we got kind of 3 different versions here. Okay. The step out punch is just like we've been doing. Hey. Down block, high punch. Hey. Front kick, down block, high punch. Punch center. The hand that is out. Front kick. Hey. Punch with the other hand. Down block, high punch. Front kick, down block, high punch. Punch center. Front kick. Punch. That's basically where we're going to end one series. Are we good?
Yes. Now go back to the stand.
No. When you first step out, you're going to be on that right hand. After that, we're just going to continue the series. We're not going to reset because it's going to get really awkward if we do. So we're just going to start from here. Ay. Front kick, punch.
And it's a front kick with your rear leg up, right? That's what it is.
Well, you have no rear leg from Chico, so
Well,
from there it's your rear leg, yes. From here, once you come back center.
on the angle.
Okay, yeah. On the angles, it's your rear leg. When you're at the center, it's whatever hand is out first is the one. This particular set of drills, if you haven't figured it out by now, is based off of Goho no Uke. This is like, the part we're doing now is like this third layer. There's like a fourth and a fifth layer that get into a whole lot more kicking and a whole lot more blocking. And it gets to be a real fun drill. So just FYI, you're like in the middle layer of this series of events. Hey! Hunt! Did we finish my side eye yet?
No, sir. Now, the trick question is, do you remember about side eye, or am I going to have to kick you in your stomach? You're going to have to kick me in my stomach, sir. But I deserve it.
Not really seeing a downside yet, but okay.
Speak for yourself. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeet. Along those lines, remind me to tell you a funny story when we get to the end of the show. Go! Go! Hey! Hey! Don't pause. If you forget it, pick up. I'm going to tell you that story too. Here! Come on. Two!
Right?
Young man, take a break. Well, I tell stories. First story, actually,
You said take a break off there?
if you're going to take a break off. Take the mask off, get water. And again, it's a day out here today.
Yes.
First of all, I think we talked about this before. We talked about the 5 strategies of Shito-ryu. In the taijutsu that we do, there are 9. One of them in the 9 is called kage, means hidden or concealment. Hanshi would always say, again, to kind of go back to one of his favorite sayings, better wrong strong than weak and right.
Yes.
It's like, if you screw up, it's your job to screw up so well that I don't see it. At most, I go, there was something odd about that. So you're in the middle of a drill, it doesn't matter. Do not stop. Do not stop and go, dang, where am I? What am I doing? This sucks, which everybody does. Get past that. Everybody here is past that rank where they need to work on that.
Yes.
Whatever you do, do it. If you screw it up, the worst that's going to happen is probably laugh, go, hey, that was a stupid thing to do. Quit screwing up, something along those lines.
Right.
Again, part of your job as martial artists is learning that strategy. So you screw up so strongly and so well, it doesn't even look like anything happened. It goes, okay, that was a good job. And move on.
Yes.
Talking about, okay, quick funny story. Talking about kicking Greg in the stomach, reminded me of this. Back in the day, the martial arts made it to the U.S. in 2 ways. One, it came over with the original immigrants from China and Japan, but they kept it very insular. Not a whole lot of Westerners were invited into that group at that time. Bruce Lee was one of the first ones to kind of break that mold from the ethnic background. The way it got popular in the U.S. was all of the servicemen who were stationed in Japan, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, brought it back. That's how most of the Westerners got it. So because it came from that group of people, they brought a lot of the military tradition with it, kind of thing. One of the things that they brought back was, okay, back in the day, it was guys, only guys, big old macho, strong, hard hitting, blah, 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 blah. And they were all military guys, so it was kind of, rough and tumble. In the military, at some of the more elite levels, when you finish that training and you get your pin that goes on your uniform, the tradition is, okay, it's like, it's whatever the pin is, whatever the insignia is, and it's got two pins on the back of it with the little clips. Everybody's got one of those of something like a tie tag. When it was given to you by your commanding officer, they left those backs off, they pinned it on your uniform, everybody in your unit tattooed it on you. That was just a tradition. So again, coming from that background, one of the traditions was once you got your black belt, you got your black belt tattooed on. So they would tie the black belt, after you passed your Shodan test, they'd wrap it around. All the seniors would form this receiving line and tattoo your black belt on.
Anywhere they want.
It was mostly like abdomen. No, it wasn't like, the object wasn't to like, break a nose or something like that. It was all body shots. Kind of thing. It was a tradition. Of course, that went away. But the stories would keep coming up. Blah, 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 blah. We had a guy that was training with us by the name of Dimitri. He was from Bulgaria. He's about Greg's size. Started training with us, made it all the way to Shodan. And he kept hearing the stories. God bless him. At the end of his Shodan test, now he tested with Hanshi. So he had the Hanshi 2-day test. So at the end of this thing, he is beat. He comes up, it's like after the test has just ended, we're starting to break down. He comes up to, I'm talking to Sean Eric, he comes up to us, he's like, I would like the old school black belt ceremony. We're like, what exactly are you asking for? Because you need to be real specific right now. That's what he wanted. So I turned around to the rest of the black belts and said, this is what he's requesting. Everybody's like, okay. So we lined up, highest rank to lowest rank. Of the people that were there at that time, Sean Eric and I were the lowest ranking members. And we just so happened to line, it didn't matter which one was lined up, it just so happened I lined up in front of you, whatever. Now, everybody in front of us, including myself, the object isn't to beat this guy to death. But he wanted the tradition, so we're going to give him the tradition. So, we gave him a little love tap. Enough that, hey, we knew it was there, enough that it satisfied his need to have this tradition met. Sean Eric gets up there, and I guess he went full old school. He buried his arm about yay deep in that guy's abdomen. And he just went down onto his knees. All the rest of us looked at Eric, and he went, he asked. I'm like, yeah, you did. So we picked him up, like, you all right? So that's one of the dojo stories that we'll remind Eric of every once in a while.
Note to self, be careful what you ask for.
Be careful what you ask for. So there is, from the student aspect, be careful what you ask for. From the instructor standpoint, judge what you're doing. Okay? Eric was out of line. He was. He knows he was. But Dimitri got what he asked for. All right. How much of Basai Dai do you remember?
We'll see. I think I
We'll
remember.
see. Okay. All right. That's a good enough answer. How are we with sci-fi?
Remember the movements, just need more practice.
Okay. Sci-fi. Basai Dai. You guys get hung up, yell, because you guys have all of it now. Yes, if I remember correctly? When you get to where you get to, let me know.
Basai Dai starts.
All right. Hajime. Stand up, cup and saucer. There you go. Good. Hammer, punch pull. Punch pull. The other way. You're twisting that way. There you go, that way. 1, 2, 3. 1. Break. Break first. There you go. Knee, pull. There you go. Turn shuto. Shuto. Pull back, double rising. Ribs, pull back. Out. And up, I think you got that far. That's good. Okay. Turn throw. Things reasonably familiar so far? I don't remember what I saw for last week. Okay. Hammer pull. Open. Press it. Elbow. 1. 45, scoop.
Do I make my body do this again?
Yeah. So your middle outside block is on this line. This, your body's on the 45. This way. Now you're just gonna pivot, just kind of like we're doing angle waza. Block. Keep going. Roll behind.
Throw behind with the hand like this.
Yes. Shoot that.
So when I throw behind, I move this like that.
Yep.
Oh, is that it? That's it. Oh man, I'll remember that in 2 years. I'm
Of
sure.
course I will.
We'll give it a shot.
Okay, it's officially fall.
It is?
It's already dark. So it's now officially fall because it hasn't been dark at this time forever. So now I think it's officially fall for another week or two. Turn shuto, shuto, pull back, rising, ribs, pull back, shuto, punch, stand up, Morote. Stand up, Morote. There you go. Step over, throw. Turn, hammer fist, front stance. No. Go back to the shuto. Left leg steps back, pivot to a front stance, hammer fist. There you go. Open the hand, crescent kick into the hand, elbow. Hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. Hammer. Hammer. Pull back from the soft camera like this. Just up 45.
What is the application?
This. So head here, body here. This. If I go this way, I'm just going to push. I've got no place to go. I'm going up into his solar plexus, rib cage. Right. Or I hit him, and he slips, he blocks, he does whatever. Let's just say I've got him by the head, I go to elbow him, and he puts his hands up. He blocks here, coming up the middle, into the box. You ready? Pull back, cup and saucer, a la Chino Kata. That side, there you go. Step out your Mizuki. There you go. Yeah. Yamazuki. Pull back twice. Pull back third time. There you go. Step across. Middle outside block. Scooping kind of halfway between a regular middle outside block. You're going to step more 45. There you go. That one. Then you're going to twist. There you go. Good. Shuto. Yeah, good. Sorry. Look right. And then throw behind. Still in the
With the
catch.
hand open or?
You're going to end up in this position. This is really weird to me. I don't particularly like it, but you're going to throw from this platform. And then you're going to follow.
Oh, so you're throwing, you're not moving, your hands are just
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna.
Right. So when you, and then you're just going to finish. Basically, it's the reverse of how you start. From this cat stance, when you throw behind, you're kind of throwing to the 45 angle, and you're going to step along that angle to do that second shoot.
So I'm here. Am I moving my hands all the way out and throwing like this, or am I just going from here?
I pull in and throw because that's the only way I can get it to make it feel right. You'll see other people just throw, which, okay, I get it. To me, that's tournament, because it's really pretty, but I can't generate power that way. So
You've got to
roll
bring
it.
in here. Does this hand move from here a little to throw,
No.
or do you leave it there? You move it a little bit.
Well,
Like
it makes this motion, but it ends up over my solar plexus, where it always is for a shoot zone.
wait, so I'm using my right hand,
Right.
and I'm going
That way. But you're not extending
that way. I'm trying to go
just kind of go that way.
this. I have to make sure I can.
No, stand up, rotate, sorry. Step over, throw. Turn, hammer fist, yoko, there you go. Open, crescent, crescent kick.
Did so well, and then messed it up.
Open, crescent kick, elbow, hammer fist, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull back, cup and saucer. Chino Kata, the end. Pull back. There you go. Yamazuki once, twice. Third time's the charm. Step across, scooping middle outside block. Step a little farther. There we go. Twist scoop again. Shuto. Yep. Throw behind. Shuto. And finish.
Because that's how I began, right? Just
Basically, you're going to do the exact opposite of what you did to start.
start
So
like this.
to do like the full formal beginning of Basai Dai. And then start.
And we're
So
gonna
if you
end like
end,
this.
you're going to hear, middle,
And the ending is the opposite. And it doesn't matter. The hand that's out is on top when you go like this. Oh, you don't even go down first. You go
well,
up and then down. I was going down, up, down.
I do an exact mirror image. You were kind of cutting it off. I don't really see a problem with what you were doing.
Yes.
That's why I was really commenting on it. So the way that I do it, so it doesn't look different. Here, down, open, up, finish.
This.
Again, mucho más, more relaxed from a washiuki.
I have one question, sir.
Sure.
Right after I've done this uppercut,
Okay. As I step across, I will stand up, Marote Uki. Turn, scoop block. Go back. Rear leg turn to 45, single-handed, middle outside block. The other side. Shuto, throw, shuto. Oh, and finish. As with everything else that we have about 38 different versions. If you need to take a break, I can talk to you while you take a break. We have about 38 different versions of Basai Dai. One of the spots that is the never-ending source of contention, after the Marote Uki, when you step across and you throw this way, is where this hand is. I was given it palm up. I'm pretty sure that everybody here does palm up. The Kuniba lineage, Chikubukai, will go Basai Dai, D down. So they turn it down. And that's how they remember it. So whichever one you do, I really don't care. I would prefer up because that's just for consistency's sake. But you were trying to find it. So you have palm up or palm down. Those are the only two options.
I'll just be happy to remember this.
There's that too.
Yeah, you're right, it is getting dark. Like, it seemed like it happened like...
I know. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, what's wrong here all of a sudden? All right, when you guys get to the end of your kata, yame.
It might be cloudy in that
It's true too. All right, questions on Saipan? It's looking pretty good. Just for both of you, again, mucho más more relaxed. Still too tight in the shoulders. Still too restricted.
It was making me tired.
Yeah. There is that too. Basadai, immediate questions. It was looking halfway decent. So
Yes.
you actually
Don't feel
remember
it,
most
but I
of it.
appreciate it.
We're good?
Right.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it from here.
Yes.
You escape? Ready.
Yes.
What the next? Go home.
Yes, sir. Was there another story you were going to tell us, or no?
Oh,
You
no.
told me? Okay.
Save those in between the ankle wall.